Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Chad. Back here over on some Call of Duty for now. Not sure what I'll upload tomorrow. I have been playing a little bit of Lies of P and making like a little compilation video of all the bosses. I don't know if I'm ever gonna release it, but I'm working on it. I wasn't gonna say anything because people would definitely like hound me about it, but it's whatever. Wukong is soon. Now, here's the thing about Wukong. I believe that we can get access to Wukong the night of the 19th. I think it's like 10 p.m. on the 19th, so 10 p.m. tomorrow night. So I can start recording and at least do like the first chapter or whatever. Now, here's the thing. I've been hearing pretty mixed things about Wukong. I've been excited for the game. I thought that the game looked good, but I also realized that, you know, it could potentially just be not that great. Now, the reviews and stuff are saying basically that the game is pretty good, but the performance is like really bad, and there's a lot of red flags. There's also some weird things going on with the overall like marketing in the way that they're allowing people to post certain gameplay past like a certain chapter or something. So overall, the gameplay actually, it looks pretty good. And from what I understand, the game is going to be at least 20, 30, 40 plus hours long. Now, I don't know if like, you know, you end up first trying every single boss and you just go straight through, no side stuff. Maybe you can finish the game in like 20 hours. Maybe it takes even longer. Who knows? But I'm hearing that the game isn't necessarily short by any means. So everybody that's played on the PC version of the game have said that there have been a lot of performance issues. I don't know if it's due to overall just crashing strictly or if it's like other glitches and things. It seems to be a combination of a lot of them. I'm hearing that people are like falling through the floor in the middle of boss fights and stuff. Another situation where a boss jumped clean out of the arena while they were fighting. So little glitches that'll basically make it so to where you would have to do another attempt on a boss, right? Which is pretty annoying. But it's not as bad to where like you can't progress. It's just, you know, little setbacks here and there. Still inexcusable, not a good thing, needs to be fixed, but not game breaking. But it really won't like block you overall from like progressing in the game or whatever. There have been some really bad glitches out there that prevented people from being able to continue. Glitches like that are an extreme issue. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist in the game, but in terms of all of the reviews and stuff that I've read, there is no like absolute game breaking glitch. Now, there are glitches that could potentially make you, you know, reset your run overall, and you just have to do another attempt on the boss right after that one. And I'm sure that with the game's difficulty not really being insane, I can't imagine, you know, needing to reset once or twice or whatever per boss is really that bad. Still not good. Again, no excuses. The biggest one that I'm afraid of is apparently PC has all of these issues, but I'm also seeing that the PS5, there's not as much PS5 gameplay out there. The gameplay that is out there looks good, but the thing is, there's a part of the embargo where people are not allowed to post anything past Chapter 2. And the reviews that I've read, they said that all of their issues started at Chapter 2 and forward. So conveniently, even over on PS5, we can't see anything past Chapter 2. That's not a good sign. Now, that doesn't guarantee that there's an issue, but you know, people are telling you there is. Still not enough to scare me away. I did consider overall, because of all the PC issues, to just go and get it on PlayStation. But now people are saying that PlayStation could potentially have issues too, with the weird way that they're handling the embargo stuff. Not a good sign. Now, if the game is fully operational, no performance issues, I hear that the game is a solid 8, 8.5. According to them anyway. That's not my opinion. I haven't played. I did hear some stuff about certain characters not being in the game on Journey to the West. Like, I watched this whole animated series. I forget what the channel is by, but I just searched up like Journey to the West lore. And there was a channel, a group of people that ended up making like a whole animated series of what happens in Journey to the West. And there are multiple characters in that where they're saying that they are not in this game, which is really odd to me. I'm hearing that it's after Journey to the West, and then other ones saying that it's happening during it. But then also there are characters that are there during Journey to the West, and they wouldn't be afterwards because then they would be dead. So I don't know. I'm not gonna try to stick too hard on the lore or whatever, but with certain characters not being in the game, like Guan Yin, it's weird because she's like a driving force in Journey to the West. I mean, Wukong's not even the main character of Journey to the West. Neither is Guan Yin, but anyway, still gonna play it, test it out. Hopefully it's not so unplayable to the point to where I can't finish it, but I'm getting my hopes up, to be honest with you. I'm under the impression that I'll probably be able to get Chapter 1 done completely fine. The rest of them might be a little rough. Maybe there's a day one patch. A couple days ago, with all the ACTIVISION stuff going on and the cease and desists and all that stuff, we ended up getting further information. A head person of H2M that got shut down ended up expanding a little bit more on like what Activision said to them in the cease and desist. And basically they said that the game would end up impacting the sales, or potentially be able to impact the sales of Black Ops 6. Which, in my opinion, I don't even think that's true. I really don't think it would actually affect the sales of Black Ops 6 at all. Do they really believe that MW2 will somehow steal players away? Ultimately, if they're still looking to play an old COD right now, they're still probably going to play, or at least try, Black Ops 6. I really highly doubt that it would end up impacting the sales. But it's a good reason for them to be able to say, because it's difficult to, you know, prove overall whether it is or isn't. And you could argue that, sure, it would maybe take a couple people away. And you could argue that some people would say, nah, I'm definitely gonna play Modern Warfare 2 only. I'm not playing Black Ops 6. Why would I? I could just play Modern Warfare 2. 2. I really don't believe that a big chunk of players would actually just go missing because they could play H2M. I feel like people could just play both, ultimately. On top of that, Black Ops 6 looks good. All the movement and stuff, the whole slogan of move like an action hero. I really think that's what Call of Duty needs to lean into. Action hero. It's not like being a real military simulator. It's not about being realistic. It never was. They do sometimes try to stick to a certain time, but that's only usually at the start, and then multiplayer is just kind of like, you know, a grouping of a bunch of different bundles and stuff with a whole bunch of other crazy themes. But none of that ever actually affects the overall, like, campaign theme or anything like that. I always thought of Call of Duty as more of like an action hero shooter kind of game as opposed to a milsim. That's just my opinion, but I also think that that's just a better angle overall for them to approach it from. And I also hope with them leaning into the idea that it is an action hero shooter, not like a hero shooter, like just action hero, like the movies, Jason Bourne, John Wick type, whatever, that they don't hit the movement because of that. If they ever do a movement nerf in Black Ops 6, every single time it happens, I'm going to reply, that's not very action hero of you guys. Yeah, I prefer my action heroes to be stuck in the mud like Modern Warfare 2. Oh, speaking of Modern Warfare, Reality ended up leaking. I don't know if this is true. This is just a rumor. I haven't seen anybody else corroborate it yet, like Tom Henderson putting out rumors or whatever. Maybe he'll hear something about it. But apparently, Modern Warfare 4, or at least the next title that Infinity Ward is working on, apparently is kind of at a, quote, standstill. There's apparently, like, creative differences and disagreements going on at the moment. They're not really sure what direction to take the game, apparently. Development is apparently not going very smoothly and could even be behind. I mean, honestly, Infinity Ward, they've gotten so much credit they haven't deserved over the years. They could deal with a few hard years to try their best to get the trust of the players back after Modern Warfare 2. Personally, I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 than Modern Warfare 2019. I think it's just a better game overall. In terms of multiplayer anyway, Respawn specifically, Respawn in Modern Warfare 2019 is abysmal. You had to beg them to put a radar in the game, people. Take off the glasses. Even though MW2 felt like shit overall, and there's definitely some bad decisions that they commit to like dumbasses, at least Respawn was better. There are also obviously people that are fans of all of them. There are people that actually do like Modern Warfare 2. Personally, I wouldn't vouch for Modern Warfare 2019 or Modern Warfare 2, but I could kind of understand why they're at a standstill. So they end up seeing the overall success with Modern Warfare 3. It didn't necessarily blow up, but it didn't hinder it, and it definitely stopped the bleeding overall for Call of Duty. Now, it didn't really take it to the next level or anything like that. I think that's what Black Ops 6 will do. I think Black Ops 6 overall as like a media thing is going to be giant. They have a fully fledged multiplayer, a finished campaign, fully fledged zombies experience with Easter eggs and everything. They've done really well with the overall marketing. Do they go hardcore down the movement route? Is everybody gonna respond to the Black Ops 6 movement more positively? Is it a possibility that they could produce a game with like slower movement that people will accept? Do they have to go full on ridiculous movement next? Do they just bring it back to Modern Warfare 2019? I would be stressed out of my mind if I was Infinity Ward. I really would. They're also under a lot of pressure from Activision, I'm sure. I mean, just imagining being in their position, I don't even need to be told that. There's probably a lot of pressure. Modern Warfare 2 did a lot of damage. Now again, thanks Sledgehammer for cleaning up your mess. Sledgehammer might not have the best track record, but in their moments where they go and clean up other people's messes, they do a good job. The original Modern Warfare 3, a lot of people credit that to Infinity Ward, but that was actually Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer literally fixed the one-man army noob-tube issue. They just took one-man army out of the game, made a more balanced multiplayer overall on the original and this one. On the original especially. It's so weird that they would be scared of something like H2M. Such a small thing, and like I highly doubt it would be something that would ever have contending numbers. Realistically, if people were playing it right now, once BO6 came out, people would still go and play BO6. It's a couple months. It was already leaked before that they were basically making another game that has like Modern Warfare 3 remastered maps in. That was already the rumor that came out before when we started getting leaks even about Black Ops 6, or at least the next title for Infinity Ward, that it was just gonna be another Modern Warfare, and it was supposed to have Modern Warfare 3 maps. Oh yeah, they're probably really worried too, because they have to make up for all that, but then also have to somehow outdo, or at least somehow please and compete with a Treyarch that had all of that time. They don't really have like another mode. Infinity Ward as like a developer, they don't really have another mode like how Treyarch has another mode in zombies. They have to come up with ideas, they gotta test them out, they only have so much time. I don't feel too bad though.